Hello, and welcome to In the Loop with Winnie and Greg. It is so wonderful to have you here as we kick off the last Friday of the month, which what makes that special is that this is a special edition of In the Loop where we talk about what to watch for May next month. Can you believe it's already next week, Greg? It's crazy how time is flying, huh?
It is crazy. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense that it's already almost May right now. Yeah,
it's crazy.
It's mind-boggling. Although I will say that spring is finally here in Oregon, so we finally have nice weather for the last we get 2 days of it, I think. But it's good enough for me. It feels a little bit more, like the weather has changed now. So I guess there is that aspect to it.
Well, we'll take it, Greg. By the way, I want to just ask you because I'm so excited for you. I know you've been working so hard on your show. How are you feeling? Are you good?
Yeah, it's going great. So there's some little snippets that I think you've probably seen or people can see on my Twitter page. There's stuff that's out there. We're going to be doing a big push for it. Probably, I don't know, we'll say a couple of weeks, but things are going really well. So a lot of behind the scenes work on getting things going, but yeah. It's getting there. It's a lot of fun. It's really exciting.
Well, we're so happy for you, Greg, and congratulations. Nobody better deserving than you. We're going to keep really close on your Twitter feed and see what's going on. You got to keep us updated on the show so we can watch that as well, Greg. But yeah, for those of you who are new to the show, I'm Winnie Sun, longtime financial pro, CNBC council member, Forbes contributor, and host also of Level Up with Winnie Sun, which can be found on NASDAQ, Amazon Fire, just to name a few. Greg, you want to tee it up and introduce yourself?
Yeah, I'm Greg Nibbler, a longtime tech reporter. I've covered all kinds of different things in that realm. Also worked for the NBA. Now I work in the news. So a lot of different things. But on this show, we get to talk about a lot of fun stuff. And that's why it's so nice to be here. You can, follow me on all of my social media platforms. But this show, every week I really look forward to it because we get to talk about something different every time. We get to be here with Winnie. And today, like you said, we're talking about things to watch. And I have picked some, I'm going to say this may be my oddest one of these ever. These are some weird ones, but I think people will like them.
Okay, we'll see.
I took some risks.
You took some risks. We like those risks. I see Sadiq joining us already on YouTube Live. I see my dear friend Brian Schumann also on LinkedIn Live, of course. So we've got a lot to talk about in just a moment. But we want to kick off because the market's still open, Greg. So let's talk about that real quick. The Dow currently, this is a good day. This is really why I want to bring it up. The Dow is currently up 234 points, my friends. The S&P 500 up 28 points. And this is the one I'm excited about. NASDAQ is up 51 points. We will take it, surely. Now, I'll just give you a little bit of highlight of what's going on today because the big news is on First Republic Bank. Now, we just talked about Silicon Valley Bank recently, Signature Bank having all sorts of financial issues, making bad decisions, depository issues, and all that stuff where people are worried about if their money was FDIC insured. There was a bank run. Not good stuff. Well, First Republic Bank is also being impacted today. They're definitely seeing an impact on the stock market today. There's even suggestion that FDIC might be taking over the bank into receivership. That could happen. So definitely a lot of weakness there, which is probably going to make more people who have money at the bank, especially smaller banks, regional banks, a little bit nervous. Like, is your money safe at the bank? So that's what we're seeing today. But let's move on because, Greg, today is what to watch. And I just feel like talking about that more. I mean,
yeah, it's fun stuff. It's Friday. We're going into the weekend. Like I said, it's the end of the month. Yeah, there's a lot of things out there. And part of this too, when we talk about this, is we want to know what you're watching also, because there are, as we all know, like 9 billion streaming networks now. So there's a lot that you can find. And there are still, though, some really hidden, I think, good stuff out there. But we need to know what it is. So drop it, on whatever platform you're on. Let us know as we go throughout the show. And I've got some, like I said, I've got some interesting ones. I kind of feel like, Winnie, you should start it off.
Okay.
For this one. And then maybe we can go back and forth because I feel like our shows are going to be like different genres, which is good. So we're all over the place. But yeah.
Yeah, if you want all over the place, we got you covered. I mean, that's what keeps it fun. And there's, I feel like what's exciting as we're going into these warmer months, like you said, Greg, spring, summer. I feel like this is going to be a really, really fun year of things to watch. But I'm excited. Let me just tell you, this one is like, this is something that's big in our household. We can't wait. And this is coming out next Friday. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Oh, goodness. This is something we love. We just love Guardians of the Galaxy at our house. This is rated PG-13 for those of you who have younger folks at home like I do. Let me tell you, my kids like watch this on Disney Plus, the previous versions of this over and over again. So we can't wait to watch this. We're going to try and catch this, I think, on opening day.
Nice.
Looks like it's going to be streaming later in the summer for those of you who also have Disney Plus and follow all things amazing Marvel. So let me know, like, what do you think about this? Is it something, Greg, that I know you and I really love that Kevin Bacon Guardian of the Galaxy. That was
fun, the Christmas special is so good. Yeah, the Christmas special is amazing. I will definitely be watching this probably opening weekend. I'll probably go see this.
I mean, next weekend.
What's that?
Next weekend. That's what I believe is already next weekend.
Yeah, I think so. Isn't it? Yeah. Wait, what are we at? May? Yes, next weekend. Oh my gosh. See, again, I know we're just talking about how it's like already May, but that didn't even make sense to me. Yeah, next weekend. So I will be going to see this. This one, I mean, it may be the last Guardians of the Galaxy movie in this form. So I feel like there's going to be a lot that's going to happen. It's also one of those ones where I'm afraid of spoilers. So if you're not going to go see it within like those first few days or that first week, just avoid the internet in case you see what happens. I don't know what's going to happen either, but I feel like something big.
Something big, and not only that is some, and I love that I love this ensemble cast. Chris Pratt, Zoe Zandela. It's just such a cool group. But they're bringing Vin Diesel this edition of it, so I'm really excited to see how that goes. But I guess the premise to this is Gamora, Peter, they're gonna like get together and defend the universe yet again. And of course, protect one of their own. That seems to be a common theme. But it's just like the journey. You just want to see how they do it. I think what I love about this is not just a hero movie, but there's so much comedy in here and it's so light and happy. It's just I feel like it's just a good feel-good movie. I feel like it's perfect for me. And I like how they brought it in May versus in summer. So I think there's like a little bit less competition and you're getting to be able to see it like near Cinco de Mayo. So you can have some amazing Mexican food, go watch this movie. And then like if you love it enough, you can watch it again Memorial Day. It's really fun. That might be my plan. But
there you go. I mean, yeah, like I said, I'll definitely be watching it. I mean, this is kind of kicking off the whole the next phase of things, or maybe it's wrapping up, whatever it is. That it's right at the border where they're wrapping between the Marvel phases. So this is going to be this is going to be
a good one. I can't wait. So Greg, okay, you gotta tell me now. I'm really interested in your odd choices here. So you gotta kick it up.
All right. Well,
like is it comparable to my Guardians of the Galaxy 3?
No. But it is, though, something completely different that I did find. And, part of this, usually I'll find kind of a few like mainstream things, some that are a little bit outside of the normal realm that maybe you don't watch. This is one that I was completely unaware of until most recently. Now, this is not one for kids, but it is on Amazon Prime. Well, I mean, I guess it could be for kids. Depends on who your kid is. But it's on Amazon Prime, at least the first season. And it's a show called From. I came across this just by accident, but I didn't realize it's actually from one of the people who was working on Lost. Actually, Lost factors into a couple of things that I've got here today. So it's a strange series, and let me explain how it works. And this isn't really giving a spoiler. So basically, there's these people. This is an example of a family where you're driving along and you end up to where you find yourself on this loop going through a town. No matter what road you leave, you end up right back at the town and you're stuck. So once you enter into this, where this town is, you can't leave. And everybody there is in the same boat. Every now and then new people will show up, confused, not understanding what's going on. And then they're stuck in this town too. And nobody knows how to get out of it. Now at night, though, there are these monsters that come out and try to attack you, but they can't come in your house. So everybody's got to be inside at night. And then during the daytime, they're fine. And then they try to figure out where it is they are and like how to get out. Very strange concept. It is a weird show, but it is really interesting once you get into it. If this is the kind of show that you like, if you like weird sci-fi kind of out there, some part of it, with the monsters, but the monsters aren't really the main theme of it. It's just a very strange show. Yeah. Executive producers of Lost. So that kind of explains it. But yeah, I loved this and I put it in here because the first season is already out. It's on Prime. The next, I think it was an Epix original series, which is on Prime. So you can watch it if you have that. The next season though is out now as well. However, it's on, this is what I mean by a million streaming services, something called MGM Plus, which I didn't even realize MGM had a streaming service. I'll be honest. So you would have to get another one. I'm going to kind of wait until a lot of these the second season comes out, and then I'm going to subscribe to it for a month or a free trial and watch it all. Sorry, MGM. That's what maybe I'll find something else that I like on there. But that's what I'm going to do. But yeah, I wanted to get this out there for people who are into that kind of stuff, a little bit of horror, a little bit of sci-fi, a little bit of just strange situations. If you like Lost, then this is a show I highly recommend.
This is a really fun concept. I mean, sometimes you just need something weird and different, right? But imagine, when you're describing this to me, Greg, I'm just thinking like if we were driving, and then like we got stuck in a town and all these that's like really freaky.
Yeah.
That's like aliens taking over type of thing.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's really odd. And you kind of go through it, through the eyes of these people who are like, they're just trying to get out of this town and they keep ending up back in it. So, you see it from their perspective and then you learn, how the town works and everybody else there who had gone through it before. So yeah, and then just how people get along with each other. It's a fun show to watch.
I love it. Well, thank you so much, Greg, for sharing that with us. Actually, I find that really, really interesting. And I'm curious to see. I see Sadiq joining. Sadiq, what do you think? Is this something that you would watch? Brian on LinkedIn, would you watch this? And those of you who are watching us on replay, don't be shy. Let us know. What do you think about Greg's choice? My choices. Do you like them? Are you watching them? And most importantly, are there other choices that you think we should have included on our list as well? All right. My next one, Greg, is for the families out there. Because, we're also sharing out. This is also going out to our audience on Modern Mom. Yes. And this is one that I think my youngest will really enjoy seeing, but I think the rest of them will like it too because it includes some music, and my kids love a good musical. This is the Little Mermaid. Now, the Little Mermaid, this is a live action remake rated PG. So this is something that families can probably watch, unless you have really, really little ones. And this is going to be in theaters on May 26th, right in time for Memorial Day weekend. So if you are a fan of, all things Disney, of course, The Little Mermaid, very, very successful franchise there, this should give you a little twist. I think this will be fun. This is the youngest of King Triton's daughters, of course, Ariel. She's beautiful. She's fun to watch. She's got a lot of energy. She loves adventure. You've probably seen this. And of course, somehow she falls in love with Prince Eric. And then there's the evil monster Ursula. So you kind of know the premise, but have you seen it with Halle Bailey? And what I'm really excited about this is Awkwafina. I am a big fan of Awkwafina, and Awkwafina is in this movie. Yes. So that just did it. I'm like all over this.
I watched Little Mermaid, the original one, like a billion times when I was a kid. We didn't have a whole lot of tapes, but we had Little Mermaid. So that was one of the ones that we ended up watching a lot of. And so it's like, I have that movie. I haven't seen it in 20 years or something, but I have it like memorized still. So I do want to see this. I'm curious how they do Ursula, because she was terrifying when I was a
Mhm.
kid. So I want to know how they create that and see that part of it too, especially. But yeah, I'll end up watching this for
Probably
sure.
a lot of CG in this thing.
Yeah, that's the other thing too, special effects. I
Mhm.
love that aspect. So I want to see how they get that all done. But yeah, I'll end up watching this for sure.
Yeah, that'll be really fun. And I mean, yeah, this is definitely on my list. I think it'll be fun. I think even if you're an adult, I think it'll bring something refreshing to that. And I'm hoping it also comes on streaming. I don't know if we've seen that yet, but I'm guessing at some point it'll be, hopefully. Um,
I would
all right,
imagine, yeah, it'll end up at Disney Plus at some point.
right? Okay. Well, Greg, what's next? What do you
All
got
right,
for us?
we're gonna continue down my weird
Ping
train
pong
of
back into you.
shows. I've got this next one. This is also one where season 2 is just coming out, so I'm kind of doing that so that you have a chance you can watch season 1 if you want to. It's a show called Sweet Tooth, and I remember watching this when it first came out. I believe it was 2021 is when it came out originally. And even watching the trailers, I was like, what is this? I don't even know if this is something I want to watch.
Sounds like
I ended
candy.
up watching the first episode and I was hooked, completely hooked by it. So this is another kind of apocalyptic kind of thing, but it's not all horror. It takes place in a world where there is, a virus that goes out, and it is, there's kind of the apocalypse of that. But at the same time, there are children being born who are hybrids with animals. Saying this out loud now, I just realized how crazy this is. But
This sounds very
you can see
crazy.
kind of the trailer right there. It was a boy with antlers, and these kids, they're normal kids. They just have animal characteristics. Some of them. There are, of course, bad guys who want to find them. But the kids themselves, there's all these people trying to protect them, and basically it's all told through the eyes of this one child and his adventures through this land. It is, some of it's kind of dark themes, but it's not like all completely, terrible stuff. It's a kid's adventure, and him finding his way through the world and making friends and having the people that are going to help him out, and then finding other people like him. So there's some feel good stuff in there too. You do have the bad guys in the background. The first season ends in a real cliffhanger, and the new season just actually came out yesterday. So that's why I want to put this out. I'm going to be watching some of this weekend, but you can watch the full season 1. And since it's Netflix, season 2 is completely out now too. Saying it out loud, I understand. And this is why I was hesitant to watch it to begin with. I was like, I don't know. This just sounds like too much. Once you watch it, it really is addictive. You'll get into
Tell
the
us
story.
again. Tell us again one more time where you watch this.
Netflix. This is on Netflix.
Okay, so I mean that's what I thought you said, because I
Yes,
know
right.
many people are watching us that do have Netflix. So this is
Yeah.
something that you can watch like quickly.
Yep.
That's very cool. It sounds crazy, but I kind of love it, Greg. It doesn't sound that like, it sounds like a really interesting concept. It almost
Yeah,
sounds
it's like
a
a
little bit Marvel.
fantasy sci-fi kind of adventure thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's what we have going. I tell you, I was going weird today. So that one definitely falls in that
Because
category.
I kind of love it, but that's kind of fun because like a kids with animal DNA. I mean, it's interesting.
Yeah. Once you get into it, once you get into the world of what it is, then it's like, oh, okay, this is really, really, it's fun. There's all kinds of different things that you can do in there that it has. So it's good.
I love it.
Sweet.
I love it. I love it. Okay. Well, I'm so glad that you shared that one. That one I'm definitely writing down. I'm going to definitely check that one out. And then I'm going to segue also. I also want to share something that you can watch very, very soon. And this will be on Disney Plus, and this will be on May 10th. So not this coming week, but the following week. And this is going to be the Muppets Mayhem. Now, this is rated PG for families, streaming on Disney Plus. Now, there's an upcoming, of course, musical series based on the Muppet musical group. Those of you who remember Dr. Teeth and Electric Mayhem, let me just tell you, this is like kind of like that feel good craziness that where you just don't know what to watch type of thing, or you just don't want to think too much. I feel like this is for you.
Yeah. I love the Muppets. Was that Tommy Lee that was in there too? That's hilarious. Yeah, anything Muppets, I'm always going to be into, no matter what it is. I wasn't even aware that this was coming out, so this is, again, I'm learning this. So thank you for telling me about that. I'll 100% be watching this.
Amazing.
Oh
I
yeah,
didn't know either. Curtis, our amazing producer here, actually put this on my radar too. And yeah,
thank you,
Vicky
Curtis.
loves the Muppet too. Vicky, welcome to the show. Great to see you on Facebook Live. Yeah, we've been sharing like what to watch and what to watch in May, and Greg's been sharing some. Actually, Greg, I know you called it weird and odd, but I feel like your weird and odd there's some genius in there. I'm excited because I wrote them all down, so I'm looking forward to watching them. But Vicky, let us know. Like, are you going to watch? Are you going to check this out? This one's on Disney Plus. This Muppets Mayhem. And anything else that you find that you're excited about coming in May that we should put on our watch list as well.
Yeah, please let me know, because like I said, there's so many streaming services, there's so many things out there, and it's honestly like so much good programming that may not get as many eyes on it because people aren't aware that it's out there. So please let us know, if
Please
you have
let
other
us
ones.
know.
All right, I do have my final one, and I had to bring in a little bit of tech into it. I feel like I had to get a little bit of that in there. And this is one I have not watched yet, but it is getting a lot of I've been seeing some reviews of it and seeing a lot about it, and it's some of them are out already that you can watch, but it's a show called Mrs. Davis. So I said there was a lost theme kind of thing for my shows. This is from Damon Lindelof. So Damon Lindelof is the creator. He did Lost, he did The Leftovers, he did The Watchmen, all kinds of really amazing shows that have a little bit of strange themes to them, but really, really good. So if you like any of those shows, this is from him. So that kind of gives it a little bit of credence right from the beginning. The show takes place, though, and this is where the tech comes in, especially right now with all the AI stuff that we're dealing with, that we're seeing. This is in a world where basically this AI has taken over pretty much everything and made it so humans don't really have to do anything. And from what I understand, it's basically humans are around, but they don't really have much of a purpose. So everybody's just kind of listens to, they all have their earbuds in, and they just listen to what this AI called Mrs. Davis tells them to do. And that's what they do. So they seem to be happy, but it's more, everybody is just kind of dumb because the AI does everything for you. And so she and some other humans don't like that. And so she decides she wants to try to stop this. And her goal is to go and meet Mrs. Davis, which the AI has named itself Mrs. Davis. There's even a joke in there, and this is in the trailer too. One of the guys is like, stop calling it that. Like, you don't call Facebook Doug. Don't call this AI Mrs. Davis. But this is great. I just saw Sadiq has started watching it. And it's got Betty Gilpin, which I really like her a lot. So I'm excited to watch this one. This is right up my alley. If the other ones are very interesting, this is like directly my kind of thing. So I'm looking forward to this. Oh yeah, and she's a nun. I forgot to add that part in. She's a nun, and she is just kind of fed up with this algorithm and this AI, and she wants to go meet it.
This one looks pretty kind of crazy.
Yes.
But I mean, I kind of like the nun. I
Yeah,
mean,
right.
like,
I don't know why she's a nun, but I'm sure that's
yeah.
explained there.
And then the whole AI thing. I mean, since even yesterday, ChatGPT 4 was like trending. I feel
Right.
like
Exactly. It's very
we have a
timely.
new villain.
It's very timely with that. Yeah. And
Very.
even this is another thing in the trailer. Just this woman's like, okay, I'm just going to put this in and I'll repeat what it says to you. And she just repeats everything the AI says. And I'm like, it's very, very timely. Fits in exactly with what's going on right now. So it's like part comedy, part sci-fi. It's all that stuff. So that was the last one that I had there. Mrs. Davis.
Well, I love this. Well, yeah, I love this. And it's so great. Greg, I want to ask you before we sign off here too. I don't know if you've seen this, and this is not one of my picks for May because this has been out for a while, but have you seen Run for Your Money on Netflix?
No.
Because if you haven't seen that, that's been out for a little bit, but it is so good. Like, we binge watched it as a family. It was so good. So I'm just saying, for those of you who want something else to watch too, because these are really great. But I just dawned on me, I didn't share this last month, but
what was the name of it?
it's called Run for the Money. It was
Run for the Money. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'll check that out.
I think yeah, it's called Run for Your Money. It's like some Japanese game show where they're running all over town. It kind of like yeah. So
what are those crazy shows? Yeah, where they
it's totally nuts.
Some of those Japanese and like even the Korean game shows, they're nuts.
This one's so nuts. So like it's I don't know, it's hard to explain, but I would add this if you haven't seen it, it's not new, so I didn't add it to this month's list. But if you want something to add to that list, it just it got me inspired when I heard you talking about the AI and Miss Davis. So
All these
yeah,
people look insane too on top of it. So yeah,
oh my goodness,
I want
it's
to
so
see what.
great. So these are all like, I guess these are all Japanese celebrities, and so
Oh, okay.
they put them in a town, and then like, so you literally have to run to try and make money, and if like whoever is at the end who survives then gets all this money. And yeah, it's just really really interesting. But anyhow,
Yeah.
on that note, like, it's so fun. I love this episode. It's like actually one of my favorite episodes of the month that we do, Greg. And I wrote all these down, so I'm gonna definitely check these out. We got a fun month coming up next month.
Yeah, there's lots of stuff out there, and that's why I said, I know I keep saying it, but please tell me what you're watching. Anybody out there, you know, if you find some cool show that other people aren't checking out, like, let me know about it, because I want
Yeah,
to watch it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
So
definitely watch Run for the Money. And definitely, yeah, for those of you who are watching, definitely, if you see anything, go ahead and post it and tag at Greg Nibbler, at Winnie Sun. We would love to see what you're tuning into, especially next month, or even if it's been out, like Run for the Money's been out for a while. We'd love to hear, because sometimes you said that, Greg, there's so many different streaming channels, there's so many different programs. There's no way for us to keep on top of everything. So we
yeah.
rely on you for our entertainment as well.
Yep. Absolutely. Yeah. And as always, it's just so nice to be here with everybody and doing this show and having fun and talking about everything that we get to talk about with this and being here with you, Winnie.
Thank you. I appreciate that. We're so excited, Greg, to keep on top of what's developing with your show. So we'll definitely follow you really close. I know you post a lot of those updates on Twitter. We're really excited for you. I know you have a lot of exciting things coming in the next 2 weeks. So of course, you're in the Loop family. We want to support you. We want to know what's happening with each and every one of you. Now, and with that, I think that's how we end the Friday. I mean, what a great way to go on the weekend.
Absolutely. Next show will be in May. Weird.
Amazing. Yeah. So we'll see you next Friday. Looking forward. Oh, I apologize. We will not see you next Friday. Next Friday, I'll be in filming. My apologies. We'll find another day so we can keep
We'll
on top
figure
of
it out.
We'll figure it out. We'll update you on Twitter or wherever you're joining us from. So, but if for some reason you don't catch us, definitely check us out in the replay. We truly appreciate it. And don't forget to like and subscribe. And of course, if you share this show, tag us so we can
Please.
properly thank you. We want a big thank you for Sadiq. We want to thank Vicky. We want to thank Joshua always for being so supportive and sharing our show widely, actively. It means a lot to us.
It really does. Yeah. Thank you, everybody, so much. And and have a great weekend.
Have a great weekend. Take care, everybody.
Bye.